Hello, my little pretties. What's up? It's your mistress, the Queen of Lions here, and today we're back with another episode of Shadow Tales. Now, today, is episode 18, and today we are going to read The Wolf and the Seven Little Kids by the Brothers Grimm. There was once upon a time an old goat who had 7 little kids. She loved them all with all the love of her mother of children. One day she wanted to go into the forest to fetch some food, so she called her 7 kids and said, "Dear children, I have to go into the forest, so be on your guard against the wolf. If he comes in, he will devour you all, skin, hair, and everything, and will wrench even in disguise as himself, but you know him by his rough voice and his black feet." The kids said, "Dear mother, we will take care of ourselves, while you may go away without any anxiety." The old one belated and went on to her easy mind. Not so long after, someone knocked on the door and called, "Open the door, dear children. Your mother is here. It has brought us something back for each of you." But the kids, of course, saw that it was the wolf with the gruff voice. "We will not open the door," they cried. "You are not our mother." Although the mother had a soft voice, the wolf went away to a shopkeeper and bought himself a lump of chalk. He ate this so his voice would sound soft with it. And then he came back, knocked on the door in the house. He called open to the children. "Dear children, your mother is here and has brought you something back for each of one of you." But the wolf laid his back paws against the window, and the children saw them and said, "We will not open the door. Our mother has not black feet like you. You are the wolf." The wolf then decided to go to the baker, and he had rubbed some dough, but also he had rubbed some flour on them to make sure that his feet are all covered in white flour. Then he finally went back for the final time, and at the door he knocked and said, "Open the door, dear children. It's your mother, and she is home and has brought one of you something back from the forest with her." The kids cried, First show us your paws so we may know if you are our mother." Of course, the wolf did that, and then the kids believed that it was true. They all opened the door, but who should come soon was the wolf. When the wolf walked in, they were terrified themselves. One sprang under the table, the second onto the bed, the third onto the stove, the fourth into the kitchen, the fifth in the cupboard, the sixth under a washing bowl, and the seventh one was in the clock case. The wolf had found them all, and was used no great ceremony. He had swallowed them all whole in his throat. The youngest, who was still in the clock case, was the only one he did not find. When the wolf had satisfied his appetite, he went outside and laid himself under the tree in the meadow, and began to sleep. Meanwhile, the old goat returned home again from the forest. "Ah, what a great sight to see here!" The house door stood wide open. Tables, chairs, benches were thrown, and even the washing bowl lay in broken to pieces, and the quilts and pillows had been thrown off the bed. She shot to her children that they were nowhere to be found. She called all of them one by another by name, but no one answered. At last she came to the youngest, with a soft cry, "Dear mother, I am in the clock case." She then took the kid out and held her, that the wolf had eaten all the other kids. Then you imagine how she swept over the poor children. At the length of her grief went out, the youngest ran with her. When they came across the meadow, there was the wolf by the tree. He snored so loud that the branches shook. And as she looked on the side, she could see something moving and struggling on his gorged belly. At heaven she had possible that the poor children who have swallowed down for supper can still be alive. She then had the kid run home to fetch some scissors and a needle of thread as the goat opened the monster's stomach, and hardly she made one cut and one little kid thrust its head out. And then when she cut further, 6 sprang out of another, and they were all still alive. None of them had suffered any injury, for the greediness of the monster had swallowed them whole. What rejoicing there was, and they embraced their dear mother like the sailor at his wedding. The mother, however, said to them, "Now go and look for some big stones. We will fill the wicked beast's stomach up with them while he is asleep." Then the 7 kids dragged the stones with all speed, and then as many of them as they find, they put them into the wolf's stomach as much as they can get in. Once that was done, their mother sewed them up again in the greatest hassle, so that way the wolf will be not aware once ever stirred. Then the wolf at length had filled his of sleep. He then got on his legs, and as the stones in his stomach made him very thirsty, he wanted to get a drink, but he had begun to walk and move about. The stones in his stomach knocked against each other and rattled. He cried, "What rumbles and tumbles against my poor bones? I thought there were 6 kids, but it sure is like big stones." When he got to the well and swooped over to take a drink, the heavy stones made him fall in, and he had drowned miserably. When the 7th kid saw that the wolf was dead, they came running to the spot and cried out loud, "The wolf is dead! The wolf is dead!" And they danced for joy all around about the well with their mother. And the big bad wolf never came back and never had tried to eat the kids again. And that, my little pretties, was the wolf and the 7 kids. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, hit the subscribe button down below, and ring the bell for notifications, so then I will get updated to one of you guys, whoever decides to sit there and, well, like the video, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications. And as always, I will see you all in the next video, and roll the outro, because I'm out.